See, generally what we see in OData service, we have CRUD methods which we can call via the URI, correct? Which we can call via the URI. Using a single URI, we can call one method at a time, right? For performing these CRUD operations. CRUD operations. Yeah. So what is batch here? So a batch is a mechanism that allows the clients to send multiple operations like create, update, delete within a single HTTP request to the OData service. Multiple operations within a single request. So unlike this way, where you will be able to perform only one operation at a time, using batch operations, you can perform multiple operations for a single request as well. Here in this case, $batch is used in the URI after the service name. No entity set name is used in case of batch in the URI. The entity set name will be passed via the HTTP request. So $batch is used, correct? Anyone can use the same. Why we need to do this? Here the idea is that multiple requests can be performed in one call from the UI application. The idea is that multiple requests can be performed in one call from the UI application within a one call. Next thing here, batch is always HTTP post in nature. You are only going to go for the post request if you are using batches always. So here HTTP post in nature means even you are calling get, update or delete, you will always be using post only, because we will be sending something via the HTTP request. So generally here only post is applied. Only post is possible, as we manually required to fill the HTTP request and send it to the system. Yeah. So with the batch request, all the HTTP request data should be filled. So the general idea in case of batch is you can execute multiple operation at the same time. Yeah. So they are required to follow. So I'll give here. First one is header data. First one is header data. So always in the header section, you will have to
So
fill
the
the
screen is stuck and the voice is breaking.
wait, the screen is stuck. Give me one sec. Is it fine now?
Not yet, sir.
Let me reshare it then. Yeah, what about now? Is it
No,
clear?
no screen is appearing. Like it's taking some time.
Internet is fine here. Already I've taken one session 1 hour ago. It was fine. There might be issue with your network. Please check there. Is it okay now? Is it okay now?
No, sir.
How is that possible? Yeah, right now? I can see it. It is getting displayed here. How you are saying it is not there?
It's blank here. Oh, now it's okay. Now we are able to.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. I am saying that whenever we are required to go for this batch operation, first thing that you are required to fill is header data. So always in the header section, you will have to fill the header details, header data. And that header data will contain header name. So header name should be content type and header value will be, so header value here, you are going to pass multiple, not multiple, multi-part, mixed, and here after this you are going to simply pass the details. So multi-part, mixed, boundary equal to your batch name, whatever batch you want to create, you will be passing the batch underscore name. This will always be the header value. So let me just take an example here. I will open my SAP and I will show you SAP. Suppose this is my OData service, a service that we have created for performing create all the CRUD operation with our employee table earlier. If you recall, we had implemented one service. So if I show you the DPC extension class here, in the method section, you can see all the redefinition is there for create, update, and delete accordingly. Delete employee, which is there to delete the record. Get entities to get a single record. Get entity set for multiple records. Update to update a existing record, and then create to create a existing record, right? So this is one service we created earlier. I am going to implement batch over this one. I will open my service, our gateway client. There is the gateway client here. Please understand here, no entity set name should be passed. And just after the service name, you are going to pass here dollar batch, dollar batch. It is mandatory. Always batch operations are post in nature. So HTTP post will be passed because we are going to send some request. Then in the header section, we are required to add this header value. So here I will go for this header, add header. And in the header value, I will pass content type. And in the header value, I will write this directly, multi-part. And any batch you can give here name. So say I'm giving for my employee, batch employee. This is the name I'm passing here. Boundary batch employee. I'll go for OK button. So this header must be passed. Now inside the HTTP request, again, here also there are certain things, rule we need to follow. So for HTTP request, how it will be implemented. Let's understand that one. So here is also one syntax. You will start with the batch name, the batch that you have passed in the header. Yeah. And again, here also something you are required to follow. Content type be application. And it is a HTTP, so slash HTTP. Then here content transfer. Again, this will be there for each and everything. Content transfer will be binary. So content transfer encoding will be binary. Yeah. And whatever method you are calling here. So suppose I am calling my get entity set. So it will be a get. Here my method name. Here method. And then entity set name. Entity set name. Its value if it is required. And then after HTTP. And 1.1 is the latest version of HTTP. So that is what we use. After each and every call of the batch, you will be giving 2 lines before closing it. So close the batch operation. Batch name. Opening and closing. This is for a single operation. So right now we will start with our get operation. Then we will go for multiple operation. Then we will try for create, update and delete as well. Right. So let's try to implement it. Here, suppose I am going for this, my first one. So the name that we have given for this batch is batch underscore employee. So I will start here batch underscore employee. Okay. Inside that, I will pass my content type is this application HTTP. Just copy and paste it there. Second line, we need content transfer encoding should be binary data. That's what we are saying. And then we are going to simply implement it. So my get, what is the entity set name? Data model, entity set. This is my entity set. I will copy and paste it. Employee set. Suppose I want to call my first record. So 101. Then again space and HTTP slash 1.1 version. This is the latest version. So that is why we are passing. Once you call any method, after that it is mandatory to give 2 lines as a space. And then after you can close your batch. So batch underscore employee. This is just for single operation, will continue for multiple as well. So I'm starting batch, calling the get, and then we are going to perform the execution. I will do the same and I will click on execute button. It is saying bad request. So there is some problem. Let me check what's the problem here. My batch employee Content type is fine, application HTTP. Content transfer encoding is binary. Then get we are implementing. It looks good. Why it is following a problem? Boundary, batch employee. Hmm, dollar batch post. Batch request payload is invalid. Wait a sec. Oh, here we need to close it. I forgot to close. Now we can call. Yeah, you see. So batch start and this is my batch end. This is batch start. In between, I'm calling my get employee set. So this is my, we are calling get entity by passing this primary key. And you can see it is returning the single, all the values. If you want, you can just go inside DPC extension class, my DPC extension class, methods, redefinition, our get entity. And here you can also put external breakpoint. You can check it. So if I call it again, see my breakpoint is triggering. Get is getting called. We'll go for execution. And one record it will display. First record it is displaying here 101. If you will try to implement the same thing from the postman as well, you can try. Let me just show postman. Our post operation. I need the URL. So HTTP. I will copy it from the browser up to this one. Paste it here. And then after from this SAP to dollar batch. Yeah. I will pass authorization, my credential of SAP. Header is also mandatory here. So what is our header value? Content type. I'll go for content type. And here I'm going to pass the value of it. So multi-part, you can check here. Application audio, multi-part mixed. And here we will pass our batch name. So boundary equal to batch underscore employee. Yeah. CSRF token validation I have disabled. So I'll mark it as 0. Rest we can try from postman as well. So in the body, you can go and you can select here the format as XML and you can send the request. The same thing that we have here. Copy and paste it. Our batch. Let's try it. Yeah, again, breakpoint is triggering. So I'll execute. 202 accepted. And here we are getting our records. You can see employee name, department as this one, manager, ABC, salary as 2 rupees, and currency as euro. So this is our single batch operation. It is calling what this method only once. Now we can go for multiple batches as well. Let's say I'm going for 2 requests. So once this is ending, I will go for the next operation as well. So one more batch, I will copy. And after the 2 lines, you will paste it. So second operation, batch employee. Then here, content type, get employee set, I will make it 102. And then this batch, after the 2 lines, we will end it. So what it is going to do, we are calling this employee set 2 times now. So if I go there and put here the breakpoint, it is already there. It will be triggered 2 times. Let's see. One time it is triggering. I will click on continue. Again, the same method will be called and we are still in debugging mode. Again, I will click on continue and see we are out. So this time we are going to get the output twice, 101 and for 102. Let's check it here in the output section. This is 101 record. And after that, we will have 102 record as well. Correct? So I'll also add these codes for your reference. Multiple batch operation for get entity. Yeah. If you want, you can go for third time as well. So I'll copy this and after the two line of it, after the two lines, 1, 2, and third one, you can go for the next batch as well. I'll call the 103 as well. So 3 times now our get entity method is going to be triggered. If we check, so I'll click on continue. Again, we are here. Again, continue. Again, we are here. Again, continue. Now we will be outside. So here in the output section, you can check 101, 102, and then 103 as well. We will get all the data for 103. This is our multiple batch operations. So pre-batch operation for get entity. So this is get. Everyone, are you getting this? Any confusion? It is clear, right? You can try on your own. So this is for get. Let's try to implement it for create, update, and delete as well. Let's try to implement it for create, update, and delete as well. So division for create operation. Again, a little bit different in syntax. When we are talking about create, here create, update, and delete syntax will be same. Get is a little bit different because in this case we will be sending some payload. So for post, when you are saying, you will start with again batch name. Yeah. Then in this content type that you are sending here, the content type you have, it will be a little bit different. It is not a single HTTP, but it will be a mixed here. So in this case, content type is equal to multipart / mixed. And here what you are going to see, the boundary will be, there will be a change set here that you are required to pass in. Change set name. Yeah, you are required to pass here one change set name. Then after one line is space, the same name that you have passed, you will be using it. And inside you are going to implement your create, update, or delete. So this change set, and I will have a closing change set as well. Now in between, I am going to implement. So these two part will be there, content and encoding binary. Here, binary. If you want to go for create operation, create means post. So post entity set name. So entity set and then again HTTP 1.1. We need to, for the post, we need to send the payload as well. So here we will be sending a payload from the system that can be created, the record which can be created. So one more content type will be application slash JSON. If you want to send the JSON value, it will be JSON. If you want to go for XML, it will be XML value. One line space, and then in between you will write the JSON data. Yeah, write the JSON data. So once it is created, as usual, we need to give 2 line space after it, 1, 2, before closing it, and then you will close the batch name. So batch name. This is my create operation here. The syntax. This is my syntax. Syntax for HTTP request for create in batch. That's the same we are required to follow. I will go here and let's see this. I will start with my batch. There is my batch. So double hyphen batch underscore employee. Then we need to pass the content type multi-part mixed boundary equal to a chain set name. So suppose I am giving the chain set name here as change set 1. This is the name which I am giving to it. And now I will give 1 line space, and after that we will open this change set. So double hyphen change set 1. Okay. Inside this, then we need to pass these two same to same, copy and paste. Content type as HTTP and binary data will be coded. Again 1 line space. And then we are required to go for post operation. So my post, which data we want to create, you need to pass your entity's name here again. So my entity set employee set. Again, I am saying whatever name is there in SEGW for the entity set, the name must be fixed here. So you will also check for it. You are also going to check for it. Yeah. The same thing you are also going to check for it. So our entities here post employee set HTTP slash 1.1. Again, 1 line space. And you will be sending this content type as JSON. So JSON. After that, we need to give 1 extra line space, and we will be storing our value here. So we can check our employee table SC11. But before that, we need to check some extra things. I'll go to SEGW and I will check the properties. Whatever properties are there, the same it will be created. So data model, entity set, employee set, properties. These are the properties here. We will store the values in the payload accordingly. Employee ID. Yeah. So let me check the table and how many records are there in the system. Accordingly, we'll perform the create operation. Data is there up to 139. So I will start with 140, 140, comma, employee. Again, I will check my this employee name. So employee name, and it should be, let's say, EMP 140. That is what I'm doing. Next, department. Even a slight capital letter will give you the error. So please ensure that you are writing correctly. Department will be, let's say, SAP ABAP. And next, manager. So manager is suppose Amrit Raj, and salary. So salary as 700.00, 700.00, this one. Then next column, currency. So I'll put here currency as well. And suppose I am making it US dollar. So this is the record which I want to perform the creation. Once the JSON data is ready, we will give two-line space. And after the space, what we need to do, I'll check. I will close my chain set and then we'll close our batch. So we'll do the same here. There is our chain set. I will close. So one, two-line space, chain set closing, and then batch closing. So batch underscore employee and closing. Yeah, that's what we are going to do. The same stuff. So I can just go inside my create entity now. I can put here a breakpoint to check whether it is triggering or not. So I'll go for execute and we are in the debugging. I'll click on execute. 202 green message accepted. Here if I see, I'm getting the message created. So my record is created 140. And if I check my system here, if I go to the table, if I go and refresh it, you will see 140 record has been created. 140 record has been created. So the very basic, a single post operation to perform any create. The same you can try implementation here. Single create operation. Yeah. Single create operation. Yeah. If you want to go for multiple create operation, you can follow the same rule. Once the change set one is closing, after that you can continue. You can reopen the batch for the next one. But in between, you are required to give a single space. And then you can follow the same that you have written from here. So content type till your batch is this one, change set is getting closed. So second batch, inside that I will paste everything. So this was for change set 1. Second one will be change set 2. Here change set 2 we are opening. We will again call the create entity. This time it should be 142. The first one I will make as 141 and employee 141. This will be employee 142. Correct. Then we are closing the change set 2. Yeah. And we will close our batch. So batch underscore employee. That's what we will do. Okay. We can check it again, execute. One time it is calling. I'll click on continue. Again, it is getting called again. Then I continue. So two times it got called. So two records should be created. 141. And we can see again created for 142 as well. So if I go to my table and here I will refresh it, 141 also got created and 142 also got created. You can call multiple things here. Say I want to perform the update operation as well. Not only this create, but other than this create, I want to call the update operation directly from here. So same thing now we can do. After the end of this change set, we can copy thing up to the start of batch employee here. So it is starting it from change set to batch employee. Yeah, I'll copy. And when it is getting closed, I'll give one line space and then I will go for next batch. So batch employee, this will be change set 3, suppose. Change set 3. In this case, I want to call my update employee. So I'll go for put operation here. Put employee set. Put employee set. Update operation will always require the primary key value. So the record that I have created already 142. I want to update it. Say I want to update this 142 record. Okay. I will go below and I will close this change set 3 and then I will close the batch. So batch underscore employee. Okay. So this will become my, suppose I'm giving the name Divya here, some ABC manager and euro salary. Okay. This is my update operation. It is supposed to be. Create will also be called. So my change set 1 want to create. So let's make it 143, employee 43. Next again create is there, 2 times create. So 144 and employee 44. And then change set 3 is for update operation. So put employee set is getting called. It will update the record 142, change the name for employee 142 to Divya, and the currency it will also change to euro. Then we are closing it. Now you can put the breakpoint to, it is already there in create. I'll put it in the update as well. Update also I'll put a breakpoint here and I'll go back and execute it. So my one time create is getting called. I will continue. Second time create is getting called. Then I'll click on continue. Now update entity is getting called. You see here. Then I'll click on continue. And here we are again getting the green message. So what will happen if you check the output here? 143 record got created. Another created. So 144 got created. And then update, we do not get any output here. So we can check directly in the table. So I'll refresh it. 43 and 44 got created. And the 42 got updated with the name Divya, manager as ABC, and the salary in euro. Correct? That's how 3 operations we are able to call it within a single URI. Within a single URI. So here I will give the name as to create and one update operation for employee table. Yeah. If you want, you can go for delete as well. So same thing we will do, but before going for delete, I will change the create. So 144 has been created. I will make it 145, employee 145. Then this one as 146, employee 146. Now I will update here my 145. Wait a second. How many record? No, not 145. I will update 144. I will make it, let's say, Ankita. Here 144. Yeah, rest everything is good. I will check the table. Now I will delete 142. So same thing we need to do. As soon as this is getting ended, I will start a new batch for the delete. So there is my batch, copy. And as soon as it is ending, I will start a new after giving one line space. So this one, let's make it change set 4. This will be change set 4. Yeah. Instead of put, it will become delete. So delete. And employee set, I want to delete which one? 142. The delete do not requires any payload. So we don't need this as well. Content is also not needed. And after the delete operation, 2 line space. And then closing the change set 4. Yeah, closing the change set 4. And once it is closed, I will close my batch as well. So batch underscore employee. Batch as well. So batch underscore employee. Now I'll go inside it and delete entity. I'll put here external breakpoint as well. So for operation we are going to call first two time create operation, which will create the record 145 and 146. Third operation will be for update, which is going to call 144. It will update the name to Ankita. And the fourth operation is there for delete. So let's check it. One time create, two time create, third operation should be update, and fourth one should be delete. Yes, it is also getting called, and I will continue. We are still getting the green message. So if I go and check the table, refresh it, 144 become Ankita here, manager ABC. 45 and 46 got created and 142 got deleted. You can see here, right? 142 got deleted. So I'll give this label as to create one update operation and one delete operation using single URI via batch. Okay. So is this part clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
What is the use of batch? If somebody is going to ask you what is the use of batch, to send multiple operation within a single HTTP request. Okay. To perform multiple operation within a single HTTP request. I have already given these things. Based on your own entity set, you can just change it and the rest everything will be same. You will get your desired result.